Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Trade House YouTube channel. It's been a while we posted on our channels, and we've actually been busy with some stuffs. We've not been active, but we're back right away to get things running again. And we know we're in March, and price is beginning to move normally again. So this night we have some couple of pairs we've been looking out for and expecting some kind of move this week in the chart. And we all know this year came with its own stuffs about the chart. Russia, Ukraine, just actually affected the market. We know how oil reacted. We saw $115 per barrel on oil. And these has also affected other currency pairs and all. So today we'll be doing a quick breakdown on few currency pairs. We just got about 5. I just have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on my watch list, and we'll be doing justice to them very quickly. So right here we have AUDJPY, which will be the first on the card you're looking out for. And we could see what price is currently doing right here. See what price is currently doing. We've been having this steep movement to the upside. I don't think price wants to maintain this movement. So we're most likely to see a drop maybe towards this opening right here before we keep going higher, or we might see some pullbacks down to this point. So we are reacting on the AUDJPY based. Personally, I'm looking out for this other block right here, other block right there, and we could see how price just came and tapped into it and closed below the opening of the other block. And also looking at the chart, if I should throw my RSI right here, I'm also having divergence on the chart, which is another great information trying to tell me that we might be seeing some drop in price. Might be seeing some drop in price from this point. Might be seeing drop in price. We know the market is just opening, and we are still trying to get a closure from 1 hour time frame. So maybe by 12 we begin to see some active move to the downside. Was on a 4-hour time frame, and potentially, let's say, okay, on the 4-hour time frame, notice where we're getting these very clear divergence on our RSI. So personally for me, I'll be seeking, if I should get a clear indication, I'll be looking to short the market for just this very few drop right here, which is around 90 pips drop. And also we have other move to the downside, and we also have these. So we might end up also seeing a deeper retracement, a drop, a deeper retracement down here, maybe before price continues its move to the upside. This is for AUDJPY, and this is the first pair on our watch list. The second will be, so I'm taking it from bottom. Second will be USDZAR. USDZAR, yes, I've marked up this pair, and I'm just waiting to see how it reacts from a higher time frame. From the daily time frame, or let's go straight. Okay, from the daily time frame, From our daily time frame, we could see this open order right here. Right here, we have an imbalance there, and then we have this open order. At this point, we have liquidity right here. So price is currently at this point after breaking all this place, breaking out structure right here to the left side, break of structure to the left side, giving us a new high, So we're waiting for price to pull back to this point for us to go long. This is actually a very going to be a very long swing, very long swing very, very long swing. So we're looking to enter at this point right here. It's just actually very, very simple. If you look at what market structure have been doing, impulsive, corrective, and impulsive, corrective, and now we have this impulsive. So we're waiting for price to pull back a bit to this point for us to go longer on USDZAR, and if we should come here, we've been having some little form of rejection at this point here. I'm anticipating if we could get a push to the upside. Price is really closing out here, and so many people will be looking for the drop. Well, we might get that drop, no doubt. But personally, I want to see price push to the upside to actually induce buyers into this trade. I would like to get buyers induced into this trade before we finally see the drop to the downside, which will lead us to this long. I'm ultimately interested in the buy. So I'm willing to wait. For the next pair we'll be looking out for, which is NZDJPY. So last week we had a very nice closure on the 4-hour chart. We had this closure into this region, and also if we look at our RSI, we're also seeing divergence right here on the RSI, and on a daily time frame we can see this open order. So I'm anticipating price to drop this week to this point right here, before we might be looking for a push to the upside. But for this week, I'm anticipating a drop in NZDJPY. It's as simple as it gets and very straightforward, very, very straightforward. NZDJPY. The next we're looking out for is NZDCAD. Last week we had this drop. On NZDCAD, and this week I'll just be waiting for price to see if I'll get a pullback to the upside, a pullback, just like a correction to the upside for us to go down to this order right here. It's as simple as it gets. We had this mitigation right here. If we should check the 2-hour chart or the 3-hour chart to see how price sniped into this and consolidated before we had this drop. So right here, I'll be waiting for price to see if I can get a very nice pullback and consolidation for me to ride price to the downside. I'll be very interested in riding this downward. That's for NZDCAD. And the next one will be CHFJPY. CHFJPY. Last week, we had this closure. And we know price is just, the market is just opening, so price is reacting in a very funny way. So we'll just have to allow the market to settle down before we begin to pull the trigger. You don't just jump into the chart. We still have this open order right here. And on the daily, we have this order open right here. That is why it is being marked out like this. And on the 4-hour, we have another candlestick trying to tell us that, okay, this area is an area we have to look out for. So we have another order block right here that we're looking for price to come down and close, and we have a smaller one right here. So in a bid to look to short from this point down here, all those points are places that we'll be looking out for, we'll be taking into consideration when price begins to drop. But first of all, let's allow the market to do what it wants to do, as it's just opening for the week. And the reason why I'm looking to short is we had this take out this whole liquidity, and price came back right to this other block, we'll see a tone of rejection right here. We're just anticipating for this to burn out right here, and then we short, of which it is most likely to happen, but we are not here to predict the market. We are just here to react to what it is going to do. No prediction, only reaction. And that is for CHFJPY. Then the last but not the least, we have CADJPY. CADJPY. Price went above this area, and we saw this very strong candlestick closing last week Friday, and at the opening now we are seeing this. We are seeing price push ahead. Let's see what this closure will be after 4 hours. After the 4 hours, let's see what this closure will be. Then to tell us if we're going to pull the trigger for a short, or we are going to wait to see what next price wants to do, and then we react. You know, it's purely reaction, zero prediction. Purely reaction, zero prediction. And with this, we come to the end of this weekly breakdown. To follow more on our trade setup, kindly make use of our Telegram link, where we'll be dropping the chart with explanations on why we are looking to short or why we are looking to go long on them. See you in Trade House. Do have a profitable trading week ahead. Good night.